Welcome to Jim's Kitchen. This episode is dedicated to the Waffle House. It was one of my favorite old stomping grounds back when I was a young adult. The best thing about Waffle House was always the hash browns. You would get them scattered and then covered with a whole bunch of ingredients. You could actually get them scattered, smothered, covered, chunked, diced, peppered, capped, or topped. I would always get my hash browns scattered, smothered, and covered, which was smothered in onions and covered in cheese. Well, for today's video, I'm gonna be making a Waffle House hash brown casserole. So if you wanted all the toppings, it was called scattered all the way. So basically, this is a scattered all the way casserole. Let's get started. I'm going to start by cooking up some shredded hash browns in a skillet. As you see, they're scattered. I'm going to scatter half of these hash browns on the bottom of a prepared glass baking dish. Next, we will smother them with some caramelized onions. Next comes diced. We'll be adding some diced tomatoes on top. Next, it gets capped with some sauteed mushrooms. Next comes covered with a cup of shredded cheese. I'm using cheddar jack cheese. Scatter the rest of those hash browns on top of that. Next comes chunked, which means I'm going to add a little chopped smoked ham. Next is peppered, which is usually jalapeno peppers, but I'm adding chili peppers. I'm a little bit of a weakling when it comes to spice. Next comes topped, which is using Waffle House's famous chili, Burt's chili, made by a famous employee. But I'm just using some Nally's vegetarian chili. I'm going to pour that on top. Cover it with more cheese, and we have ourselves some scattered all the way casserole. I'm just going to cook it at 350 for about 25 minutes. So that was basically the 90s menu of Waffle House. Since then, they've also added country as a topping, and that's topping with country gravy. I think I'm going to skip that this time around. Yes, there's nothing I loved better than hanging out late night at the Waffle House, hanging out with friends, smoking like you did back then, and listening to that really fun jukebox. I don't think I would have that love for Patsy Cline and Johnny Cash that I have now if it wasn't for Waffle House and that jukebox. Waffle House always had their own songs as well that were on the jukebox, which were these very corny jingles. Those were always very fun to play as well. The first Waffle House opened in Avondale Estates, Georgia in 1955. That first Waffle House is now a museum that you can visit by appointment only. It was called the Waffle House so people knew that it was a sit-down establishment, meaning that you can get your waffles there fast and 24 hours a day. Waffle House serves 145 waffles a minute. One unique thing about Waffle House is that on Valentine's Day, you could make a special reservation and have a table with tablecloth, rose petals, and a candle. This is only at select Waffle Houses. Order up! Scattered all the way casserole. It's fun making up new things, especially nostalgic things like this. Here we go. Wow. That is fun. All the essentials are there. I definitely taste the chili most of all. And I taste that mushroom, actually. It is a great casserole. It's something you could try at home as well. Thank you so much for visiting me here at Jim's Kitchen. I love nostalgic things. What do you call a waffle that can sing? A syrup prano.